Yeah. Right now, what we look at table of values. And what do we mean by table of values? We actually mean that we'll be given some input values and we'll be expected to get the output. Something like this. It says a straight line has the equation y equal to 1 minus 3x. Y is the output, while x is going to be the input. Is that clear?
Okay.
So whatever value of x that we have as the input is what's going to determine the value of y. So please don't write anything, just listen so that you can get the full understanding. Like these are the output, okay?
Okay.
And we've already been given the input values. So if the input is -4, we need to find the output. And to find the output, we use this expression y must be given by 1 minus 3 of x. Okay?
Okay.
So what is the first value of x on the table?
Huh?
What do you say?
Pardon?
What did you call it?
I don't know.
I said, what is the first value of x on the table?
Uh, -4.
-4. If you're talking, please speak up so I can hear you. -4. Then this is going to be -4 replacing x, okay?
Okay.
So what am I going to write in this space? What am I going
5.
to write in this space?
Advance.
What do you call it?
8. Now.
I can't hear you. Yeah? What am I to write in this bracket?
I don't know.
Okay. What's in the bracket initially at the top? What's in the bracket?
X
X. So what's the first value of x?
-4.
So what should I write in the bracket now?
-4.
Now you get it. So then I will solve this out and say 1 plus 12. How did I get plus 12? Yeah, how did I get plus 12?
I am
Look at
not
it.
sure.
Look at it. 3 times 4 is 12. And minus times minus is plus. Can you explain that again?
3 times 4 equals 12, and minus equals plus.
Minus times minus. Okay, when you're multiplying two numbers, because the -3 and -4 are being multiplied, that's the essence of the bracket. Okay,
Okay.
so when you multiply negatives, you get a positive sign. So take note of this: negative times negative gives us positive. Okay.
Okay.
And the same way, a positive number times a positive number is also positive. But when you have opposite signs multiplying, it must be negative. What did I say?
When you're multiplying, everything needs to be negative.
When you have negative signs being multiplied, it must be negative. But when you have positive signs being multiplied, that's positive. Negative and negative is also positive, but opposite signs, when you have them, like plus and minus or minus and plus, is going to be negative. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, good. So, because we're going to see it in what we're doing. So, what should be the value of y here?
Y and
Y is what?
I think
It's on the board. Y is what?
your blank. Your screen is blank, so I
Oh, my
can't see.
screen is blank.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the network. Okay.
uh, Okay.
Let's see.
Um, oh, I see it. It says from
So can you
2.
see it now?
Yeah, but I just saw it only for 13 there.
Okay, you've seen it. 13, right?
Yep.
Okay, fine. So um, y is going to be 13 when x is minus 4. Is that clear?
Okay.
So what if I ask you to explain how I got 13? Can you explain it? Okay, let's
So,
continue first. Let's continue first, okay?
okay.
Now, for the next, what is the next value of x? We have used minus 4. What's the next value?
Not sure.
Look at the table. We have used minus 4. What's the next value on the table?
-2.
Minus 2. So we're going to use the same equation again. Y equal to 1 minus 3x. Okay?
Okay.
Then we have y equal to 1 minus 3. What should I put in the bracket now?
-2.
Minus 2. So can you guess what my answer is going to be? 1 plus what? 6, right?
Yep.
How did I get 6?
Um,
How did I get 6?
I'm not sure.
Look at it the same way I explained here. So think about this new one. Yes, how did I get 6? You can see 1 here, you can see 1 here, you can see 3 and 2 here, now you can see 6. Think about that and tell me, how did I get 6?
Um,
Yeah? 3 times
maybe.
2 gives 6, okay?
Okay.
Then why is it positive?
Um,
You know, you have a negative times a negative. So what is negative times negative?
negative times negative is positive.
Yeah, that's why it's positive. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good. Because later on, I'm going to give you some stuff to do like this, and you should be able to do them yourself. So, what is y now? Just add up what's
Y
on the
is
outside. Yeah.
okay.
So, y is what?
Y is
Add this up. That's y. So, what's y now?
um
Y is what?
your screen is just turning blank. Y is going to be 7.
7. So, I'm going to put 7 in the bracket and on the table, okay? Now,
Okay.
what's the next value of x on the table? After minus 4, after minus 2, what's the next value on the table?
Um
Yes.
Going to be 0.
0. So we're going to use the same equation. Can you read the equation for me now? What's the equation we're using? We used it here. We used it here. Give me the equation again.
Y equals 1 minus 3. So it's going to be
1 minus
1.
3x, right? So
Yes.
what's x now? 0, right?
Yeah.
And what is 3 times 0?
0.
That's 0. So what is y now?
0.
How can y be 0?
Because 3 times 0 equals 0.
No, there's still a value here. So what is y now? Y is the whole of this thing. So what is the whole of this thing? Is it still 0?
Mm, no.
So and what is it?
Um,
1 minus 0 is what?
0.
No, 1. When you take 0, you take nothing away from 1, you still have 1, right?
Uh,
So y is 1. Do you think you can find the last value of y?
no.
How would you do that? Tell me what to write.
I just said no.
Why will you say no? When you can see the first one, you can see the second one, you can see the third one. So think about it and tell me how to find the last one. The first step is to write the equation. The next step is to put the value of x that you have. Then the last step is to solve it out. So what should I do now? Tell me what to do.
Y equals 1 minus 3, which equals x, and y equals 1
Wait
minus
a minute. You don't rush things if you want to explain. Yeah? Y equal to what?
y equal to 1 minus 3, and y equal 1
Y, no,
minus.
y is not 1 minus 3, but 1 minus
Mm,
3x. 1 minus 3x. Say that.
pardon?
Y is 1 minus 3x, not 1 minus 3. Say it again.
1, y equals 1 minus 3x.
Now you have x. What is x now for the last value?
No.
X is what? On the table. The last value of x on the table is what?
2.
2. So we use 2 to replace x. Then what else should I write? 1 minus what? 3 times 2 is 6. So what is 1 minus 6?
2 minus 6 equals minus 4.
No, 1 minus 6 is minus 5. I asked you for 1 minus 6. You said 2 minus 6 equals, and you now said minus 4. Where did you hear 2? I said 1 minus 6, and it's on the board, okay?
I heard you say 2.
Oh, but it's on the board, right?
Okay.
You're going to watch this video and you will discover I said 1 minus 6, okay?
Okay.
So always concentrate, always
Um,
not, always never be distracted, like your hand is moving up and down towards that camera, it shows something else, okay?
okay.
So the next value of x is now minus 5. Now you understand how we fill the table up, yes or no?
Um, no.
Okay. Look at it and explain from the beginning. Because he said no. How did we get 13?
1 plus 12.
Speak up.
1 plus 12.
And where did 1 plus 12 come from?
3 times 4.
Okay, I think you want me to do something for you. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to block all this. I'm going to cut all of this away. Then I want you to explain to me how we got all the values on the table. Yeah, go ahead. From the given equation. This is the given equation up here. Okay?
Don't know what that.
Yeah?
Mm, mm, mm.
How did we get 13? Think about it.
3 times 4. We got 13. What are you talking about?
Yes, how did we get 13?
I forgot.
I
Again?
gave you the whole stuff. I expected you to explain from the beginning of the equation. You were telling me y is 13 because y is because 13 is 1 plus 12. Did 1 plus 12 jump from the sky? Now look at it from the
Yeah.
beginning. You said what?
No.
uh So look at it from the
It's
beginning and explain to me. Yeah?
um 3 times 4 equals 12 and 1 plus 12 equals 13. That's it.
Wait, is it 3 times 12 or negative 3 times negative 4? Is it 3 times 4 that gives us 12 or negative 3 times negative 4?
No, 3 times -4, which equals 12 plus 1 equals 13.
Okay, explain the second one. How did we get 7?
1 plus 6 equals 7.
You started again, right?
Where did I start?
I said, how did we get explain from the beginning?
You just said how we got 7.
Serenity.
What? Why are you laughing?
Are you just wasting time or you are just doing what you want? Hmm?
Basically, what I'm doing, what I want. Anywho,
What? What do you say? Hmm? Okay, okay, fine. Let me explain all over. Is that clear?
I want to try to do it for myself.
You said?
I want to do it for myself.
No, you're not doing it. That's why I said, let me explain all over.
No.
Okay,
That
explain
means
now. Explain now. Explain now from the beginning. Yeah.
y equals 1 equals y equals 1 minus 3, which the bracket's going to be x.
Hmm?
So the x is going to be minus 2. So y equals 1 minus
So
3
you know what
equals
you
2.
are doing all along.
And now y
Okay.
equals 1 plus 6, which equals 7.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Now explain the third one.
Oh, okay. So y equals 1 minus 3 in the bracket is going to be x, but we know that that is going to be 0, so we're going to do y minus equals 1 minus 0, and the answer is going to be 1.
Okay, fine. Then the last one.
And y equals 1 minus 3x. So y equals 1 minus 3 2, y equals 1 minus 6, and y equals minus 5.
Okay, okay, that's it. So let's look at the next question. It says you should draw and label the line y equal to whatever. So based on the values given, we have to draw it on the table, okay? I mean on the graph. Is that clear? Is that clear? So we have a graph which I'm going to bring down there. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this is going to be tiny, but I'm going to manage it, okay? Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
I want to try and bring up the graph, but I don't want it to be too small so that, well, I'm going to need to, what can I do to this? Okay, let me try and use this to move it a little bit. Yeah, I think this is better. So I'm going to bring it down there to the board. So we can plot the values, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So now, can you see the graph sheet? Can you see the graph sheet?
Mm, yep.
Let me try and reduce it a little bit, I think, so that it can fit this particular screen and still retain all of the values. Okay, fine. This is what we have. But we have the values of the table to plot, okay? So the values, the instruction says we should draw and label the line, and these are the coordinates that are going to give us a line for x and y, okay? Are you following this, please?
Yep.
Okay, fine. Now, when x is negative 4, what is y? Y is
Uh,
13. But if you check the y along this place, oh, let me use another color. Along this line, can you see 13?
no.
No.
I
So
mean,
that,
no.
yeah, there's no
Oh,
13 because 13 is above, right?
okay.
That means we actually need another graph that will take, this is the graph that was provided, so there's no 13 there. We won't be able to plot this since there's no 13 because at y equals minus 4, 13 is going to be somewhere way up, okay?
Okay.
But let's go ahead and plot the remaining first. Maybe later on, when we get graph, we'll be able to plot, something like this. Now, when x is negative 2, y is 7. So can we locate 7? Yeah. So negative 2 goes up to 7. This is 7 here because this is 6 and the middle should be 7. So 7 is here. Can you see 7?
Okay.
This place should be 7, right?
Yep.
Because 6 and 7, then 8 up there. Fine. Then when x is 0, y is 1. So you go straight to 0, then you locate 1 here at the middle between 0 and 2, okay?
Okay.
Then when x is 2, y is negative 5. So we can locate negative 5 at the bottom before negative 6, okay? So when
Okay.
x is 2, y goes down to negative 5, which is somewhere here, okay?
Okay.
So if I'm going to show you on the line, can you see 2 here? Negative 2, right? This is negative 2 for x and it's here on the line, okay?
Okay.
So when you trace it up to meet this point, then it meets y-axis at that spot of 7, okay?
Okay.
That's why it's negative 2 and 7. And for 0 and 1, you won't stop on negative 2. You go to 0, then you just go up to 1, okay?
Yeah.
Let me use a smaller line. So you just go up to 1. That's why. Then the one that says 2 and negative 5. So you go to 2, you go up to 2, then you go down to negative 5, okay? So then you're going to
Okay.
join those 3 points together. Is that clear?
Okay.
So the point is from here now down to here and down to here, okay? So technically, you should be able to see a straight line here when you join the 3 points together. So let me make the line tinier so that it can leave a point alone. Okay, can you see that tiny line?
Yep.
Okay, fine. So this is going to be the line of our graph, or maybe a little bit thicker. So the line of our graph, then I can change the color. Now, if I ask you if this point is point B, not point A now, because we couldn't locate the first point. So if this point is point B, what are the coordinates of point B? That is minus 2, comma 7, okay?
Okay.
Then if this middle point is point C, what are the coordinates of point C? X 0, y 1, okay?
Okay.
So can you pick the coordinate of the last point here for me? Point D. What are the coordinates? Just pick,
For point B,
just pick it from the table.
minus 5, 2.
Yeah, it should be 2 first because x value must come first, okay?
Okay.
2 comma minus 5. Is this clear to you?
Yeah.
This is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's another question on that page. It says, apart from saying draw the line, draw a limit, it said find the point where, okay, it says we should draw another line. We should complete another table, okay? Is that clear?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring another table now that we're going to complete together. But this is a new table that we're going to complete, but we'll continue in a jiffy, okay? Just hold on.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now we have another table entirely different from the first table, but we have another equation too, okay?
Okay.
So the first value of x is -3, and this time around, we have to be careful because of the negative signs and because we are going to perform a square, okay? Can you see it in the equation?
Yeah.
Good. So we have the equation is y equal to 1 plus x squared, okay? 1 plus x squared. So whatever x is, you square it and add 1, okay?
Okay.
Now for the first value of y, we're going to square x. What is x? -3. So -3 squared plus 1. And that's going to give us -3 times -3. That is +9 plus 1. And this gives me 10, okay?
Okay.
For the second value of y, what do I do? -2 all squared plus 1. So -2 squared is +4 plus 1. And this gives me 5. Then what about the third value? -1 all squared plus 1. Then I'm going to have -1 squared is 1, then plus 1 gives me 2. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, number 4 now. So the fourth value of y is going to be 0 squared plus 1. And 0 squared is 0 plus 1, which gives me 1. Then number 5. That is when x equal to 1, so we square the 1, then we add 1. That is 1 plus 1, which is 2. And the sixth value of y will be gotten from 2 squared plus 1, which is 4, plus 1, which is 5. And the final value, which is the seventh value, is 3 squared plus 1. 3 squared is 9, plus 1 gives me 10. Now, can you see all of the values of y now, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to fix them onto the table. We have 10, 5. Can you read them for me? 2, 1, then what again? 2,
3, 5.
5, and 10. Good. So this value, we're going to plot it onto the graph. So let us take it to make the graph up. Okay. So going to the graph now. I'll plot these on the graph. I don't know if this is going to encroach, but let me just leave it this way. Okay. We know x is at the top and y is at the bottom. So put x, these are x values, this is y value. So when x is -3, y is 10. Okay. So you
Okay.
go to -3, then you trace it up to 10. 10 is at the extreme end at the top, so it's going to be on this spot, okay?
Okay.
I think I should use another color, maybe brown color.
Mhm.
So here at the top, what's the next value? Negative 2 and 5. So negative 2 goes to 5. 5 should be at the middle between 6 and 4. So maybe this place, okay? Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I think I have moved it up one step, so is this middle point. That's 5 on the axis, okay?
Okay.
Then at minus 1, we have 2. Minus 1 goes up to 2, so 2 is somewhere here. Then at 0, it goes up to 1, so it's at 1 now, okay? Then, yeah, just kind of use the brown bit, brown color. Then at 1, it goes to 2. At 1, it goes up to 2 again. So 2 is right here. Then at 2, it goes up to 5. So 5 is going to be, let me move this up a bit. So 5 is going to be, just opposite way to the side. So at 2, this place, okay?
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Then at 3, it's going to be 10, okay? So 3, 10. That's at the extreme end
Okay.
at the top. Is that clear? Hold on, please. So at 3, it's going to be 10 at the top. So let me see this one. So this one is not going to give us a straight line, okay? Are you with me?
Okay.
It's going to give us a curve. And this is the
Yeah.
curve. We're trying to join these two curves together. Hold on, these 2 points, these two extreme points, joining them together. So if they have to be joined together, let's see, we are going to, wait a minute, trying to find a way of, yeah, bringing it downward, okay?
Okay.
Let me see, point, again, these are the 2 points. Yeah, can you see it now?
Yeah.
So, um, this is somewhat like a curve I'm trying to plot, you know? I'm trying to make sure that, but then it's not gonna be there. So probably I do it twice. Okay. So I firstly do
Okay.
uh, to this spot, then I try to bring it out to fall on this a bit. Can you see the curve on the left side there?
Yeah.
So let's do the one on the right side too, so that it's gonna fall out a little bit and just form a curve. Let's say we have something like this, and something like this to just, you know, so we can still manage this, okay? Is that clear?
Okay.
Now, if we want to label the two, this one,
Yes.
this one is y equal to 1 minus 3x, okay? While this other one is y equal to 1 plus x squared. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So there is another question there after the table. It says we should find the point of intersection. Let me see. Okay. It says we should find the point of intersection. Let's see question. Not this. Yeah. Find the point of intersection between the two graphs. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it here. So find the point of intersection between the two graphs. Where the two graphs meet is at 0, comma 1, okay? Because you can see 0, comma 1 is here and 0, comma 1 is here, okay? So the
Okay.
coordinates you're going to fill up here is 0 and 1. Is that clear? Okay. Can you hear me or you distracted? You're checking Zoom setting, you're checking all of the, I don't know what you're checking.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to
I
give
was
you
checking on my screen. I had to
your,
check away.
your screen. Okay, okay. So I'm going to give you some time to put this down. Then we end your class for today and you're going to get your sister from me, okay?
Okay.
And I can say this that at least you cooperated a little bit today, okay?
Yeah.
And I want you to improve on that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. This is the question we have, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we firstly compare 3 and 3. 3 times 3 gives us this, and 3 times 2 gives us 6. That means you're correct, okay?
Okay.
Then the next one, 2 times something gives us 12, and that's 6. So 6 times 3 is going to give us 18. That means you're correct, okay? And the next one, which is number 2, 6 times something gives us 12, and that's 2. So 2 times 1, that gives us 2. Your work is correct. Then we have 1 times 6 gives us 6. And that 6 times 6 gives us 36. It also shows that your work is correct. Then the final one, 3 times something, that's times 8 gives us this. So 8 times 4 gives us 32. And the final one, 4 times 20 gives us 80. Then 20 times 3 gives us 60. Such that if we reduce them back, they give us the original fraction. So your work is excellent, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent job. Okay, so with that, we have done um, equivalent fractions, okay? Now, what we need
Okay.
to look at right now as a new topic that we want to look at, I think this is in double digit multiplication stuff. Let me check it out and see. Okay, let me see. Just hold on a bit. I want to try and see something. Okay. Okay, before double digit multiplication, we want to reduce fraction to lowest term. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm trying to get it and on the curriculum to see. Yeah, for the fraction. So now we want to reduce fractions to lowest term. Okay.
Okay.
So we say reducing fractions to lowest terms. Lowest terms. So we're going to look at some examples. Then we'll look at like a classwork. So the first one is, let me see, example number one. So if we have something like 2/4, okay,
Okay.
this is going to be the same as 1/2 because there is a number common to both of them, and that is 2. So I can say 2 in 2 is 1, and 2 in 4 is 2. Is that clear?
Okay.
And if I have something like, let's say, 18/20, I can still divide them with 2, okay? I will say, how many 2 is in 18? That's 9. Then how many 2 is in 20? That's 10. Is that also clear?
Kind of.
Okay. So we're just looking at a common factor to them, a number that can divide 2 and can divide 4, and that number is 2. So 2 in 2 gives us 1, and 2 here gives us 2. That's why we got 1/2. Okay.
Okay.
Now the next one, we're looking for the number that can divide both of them at the same time, and that number is 2. 2 in 18 is 9, and 2 in 20 is 10. Okay. So that's where we get 9/10 from. Okay, let's look at another example. Example 3. Let's say we have something like 3/30. We can use 2, okay,
Okay.
because 2 cannot divide 3 evenly. So we can use 3 because 3 can divide both of them. Is that clear? How
Yes.
many 3 is in 3? That's 1. And how many 3 is in 30? That's 10. Then the answer is 1/10. Okay,
Okay.
do you understand that? Now
Yes.
let's consider
But
this.
I really understand with a one digit number and a two digit number, like 2 and 20,
Yeah, like when I say,
because then it'll be 1/10.
yes, good, 2/20, it's going to be 1/10. That's correct. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's check another one like 10/45. 10/45. We can use 2 because this is not an even number. Okay.
Okay.
So we can use 5. How many 5 is here? That's 2. Okay. Then how many 5 is in 45? Should be 9. Is that clear?
Okay.
Good. Then number 6. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have 5/15. Can you try this one? What number can we use?
So there will be one
Yes.
1/3.
Good. That's correct. 1/3. So then the next one, number 7. Let's say we have something like 14/24. 24. So what should this be?
Mm. 2 over
If you use 7 and you get 2, you can use 7 for this. So you can use 2 for both of them. Okay.
mm,
So how many 2s in 14?
mm,
2 times what gives us 14?
7.
7. Okay. So how many?
7 over
Yes.
7 over 6.
Oh, 7 over 12 because 2 in 24 is 12. Okay. Because 2
Okay.
times 12 is 24. All right. So I'm going to give you some time to write this down. Once you're through, I'm going to give you classwork. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you can keep writing now. I've seen the work you sent, and this is it on the board. So we're gonna look at it together now and see if it needs any correction or not. Okay. So the first one, you said it's gonna be 7/10, which means 5 is 7 and 5 is. Oh, wait a minute. How many 5 is in 40? 5 times what gives 40?
5.
5 times what equal 40?
8.
8. So it's not gonna be 1/10, okay? It's gonna be, I mean, it's not gonna be 7/10, but it's gonna be 7/8, okay?
Okay.
That is gonna be 7/8. Let's look at the remaining ones and see. Number two, you said that is 1/9. That means 4 here, 1, and 4 here, 9. And that's correct, okay? Okay. Then the next one, you said 4 here, 11, and 4 here, 12, which is correct. Is that clear?
Okay.
Then these numbers, he said, oh, you said 1/2. No, no. We can't use 6 because 6 will not divide 14 evenly, okay? So we
Okay.
can use 2 here, 3, and 2 here, 7. So it's 3/7, okay? Then number 5 is 1, 4 here, 1, 4 here, 8. That's 1/8. That's correct. And number 6, we have 4/40, 4/40, and that is 1/10 because 400. So I think that's correct. Wait a minute, you got it here. Then number 7, we have 35/50. 5 in 35 is 7, and 5 in 50 is 10. So that's 7/10. That's correct, okay? Then number 8, 2/14, you're correct. That's 1/7 because 2 here 1 and 2 is 7. Then number 9, oh, look at the way you wrote your 9. You should write 9 like this, okay? Yeah. So you can't use 12. You can only use 4. 4 here is 3 and 4 here is 7, okay? And the final one, which is 10/16, 2 here is what? 5. And 2 in 16 is what? 8. And that would be 5/8. So the ones that you need the correction, that is number 1, which is 35/40 gives 7/8. Then you need the correction to number 4, which is 6/14. How many 2 in this? That is 3/7. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Then you also need correction in number 9. Number 9 says 12 over 28, which means 4 in 12 is 3 and 4 in 28 is 7. And finally, you need a correction in number 10. Yeah, number 10, which is 10 over 16. So you say, how many 2 in 10? That's 5. How many 2 in 16? That's 8. To lowest term, okay? Okay.
Okay.
So write down this correction now. Write down the correction. So we're looking at a few more questions before I give you assignment. The first one, let's say we are to reduce to lowest term, you know, reduce, okay, yeah. So we want to reduce the fraction to lowest term. Let's say reduce the fractions to lowest term. So number one, we have, let me say this, 9, 6 over 9. So what do you think we should use in 6 over 9?
Um, um, 1/9.
1 over what?
1/9.
1 over 9. Why do you think it's 1?
Because um uh,
This is 6 and this is 9, right?
yes.
So what do you think can divide both 6 and 9? What number can divide 6 and can divide 9?
1/1.
Um, Wait, what number can divide 6 and can also divide 9?
Um,
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so you're going to check and see 2 can divide 6, but 2 can't divide 9. Let's check 3. 3 can divide 6 and 3 can divide 9, okay?
Yes.
So how many 3 is in 6?
3.
No. How many 3 is in 6? In 6, how many 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many 3s? 1 and 2, right? So how many 3 is in 6?
Um,
That's 2, right?
2. Yes.
Then how many 3 is in 9? How many 3s will give you 9?
3.
3. So the answer is 2 over 3, okay?
Okay.
So let's go to another one and try another one. Like, like, let's say we have 14 over, let's say 14 over 18. Yeah. So can we try this? What number can divide both of them, and what is it going to give us? Yes, what number can divide 14 and can divide 18?
Oh, mm, I'm not sure.
Okay. Um, let's check 2. Can 2 divide both of them? 2 times what will give me 14, and 2 times what will give me 18? If it's possible, then 2 can divide them. Okay. So how many 2 is in 14? That should be 7, because 2 times 7 is 14. Okay. Now, how many 2's in 18? 2 times what will give me 18? Yeah. Yeah, 2 times what will give me 18? 9, right?
Yes.
Good. And that's the answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to look at another one. Okay. Let's say number 3, we have something like this. Let's say mm, 30 over 35. Okay. So can you think of a number that can divide 30 and 35? 30 and 35. Yeah. That should be on the 5 times table, right? Okay. Both of the numbers are on 5 times table, right? 30 and 35. So how many 5 is in 30?
Um, 6.
Good. 6. Then how many 5 is in 35?
7.
Good. So you're getting it, right?
Kind of.
Let's look at another one. Maybe this number 4. Number 4. Let's see. Okay, let me say this one. So we have used. Okay, let's say we have 2 over 16. 2 over 16. So what do you think this should be? 2 over 16. 2 divided by 16? Yes. So what number can we use to divide them? We can use 2, okay? So what should I write now? What do you think the answer should be?
So 1
Yeah, over.
over 12.
Why do you say 12? How many 2 is in 16? 2 times what will give me 16?
I,
Mm-hmm.
8.
8. That's 1 over 8. Are you getting it now?
A bit.
Yeah. So let's look at another one. Let's see. Maybe you have 20 over 24. Okay. So what number can divide 20? Can divide 24. 2 can divide them, but 2 is not the smallest one. So we can use 4, okay? How,
10.
how many 4 is in 20? 4 is in 20. How many? 4 times what is
Um,
20?
4 times 5 is 20.
Yeah, this is 5. And how many 4s in 24?
4 times 6 is 20.
Yeah, that's 5 over 6, okay? So I'm going to give you one to just look at now before I give you um, homework, okay?
Okay. Wait,
Maybe,
homework.
yeah, I mean, assignment that you're going to do against Thursday class, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do it before Thursday. So let's assume we have 12 over 40. Can you think about this? 12 over 40. So what should it be? 12 over 40.
So the denominator will be 10.
10. Okay, if I put 10, what should I put at the top?
Um, 1.
1. Why should I put 1?
Because 1 times 12 is
Uh-huh.
12.
Uh-huh. So
12.
will 1 times 10 give me 40? No way. So look for a
4,
number that can
4,
divide
4 times 10 will give you 40.
4 times 10 will give me 40. So 4 times what will give me 12?
4 times 3. 4 times 3.
So what should I
And
write?
then the bottom
That'll be 3 over
3.
10, right?
Yes.
4 here, 3, and 4 here, 10. Okay. So this is where I'll be rounding up for today, but I'm going to send you an assignment, okay? Is that clear?
Okay,
Then
but
I
why
was.
don't you give Serenity assignments?
You said what?
Why don't you give Serenity assignments?
Yeah, because we are still doing question file. So once we are through with the question file, she will start taking assignment. By that time, she's going to have bulk of assignments. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, so, bye for now. Goodbye for now. Bye. See you.